Hello and welcome, my fellow followers of Chaos, to another episode in Total War Campaign Focus, the series where I play the first few years of a Total War campaign and show you what to expect in the beginning, and then at the end of the video, I tell you my thoughts and recommend, or well, rather, I tell you my thoughts and then I either recommend the campaign or diss it. So, today we're looking at the final of the Norsemen culture, the Danes. As you can see, their faction leader is Danar. I believe that's how you pronounce it. He's quite the noble-looking chap, isn't he? They're Germanic pagans, of course, because they're Vikings, Odin and Thor and all that good stuff. Even though they don't actually have those names right now at this time in history. This is a little bit of history about them. You can definitely pause and read that. They have the Viking Raiders cultural trait, which is plus 75% income from sacking, looting, and raiding. And then they have the faction trait Seaborn. They're immune to seasickness and immune to high seas attrition. So you can go out here up in the the Arctic Ocean. You can just go. Excuse me. You can go on forever. You're never going to lose any men, and they can assault cities from ships without any harm to their troops. So you're starting at 395, of course, because every campaign starts in that. They have a hard difficulty initially, just like the Jutes, because unlike the Geats, they don't start with the capital of their province. So you're going to have to fight really hard to beat back both of them. And I'm pretty sure both of them don't like you. Or maybe the Geats like you, I'm not sure. They have the same minor victory as the other Norsemen factions. Absolutely no different. And as you can see on the map, they occupy the island of Zealand and a little bit of Sweden, Norway. I think I can't. I still don't know. I still don't know if Sweden's up here and Norway's here, but this is Zealand. I know that. So, yeah, let's get right into this campaign, guys. So, welcome everyone to the Danes campaign. Let's take a look at their starting forces. You have your king, Danar, leading his army of 12 units. It seems to be exactly the same as the other armies. So you got 3 units of Nordic Levy, 3 Nordic Band, 3 Nordic Bows, 3 Nordic Mounted Raiders, your Nordic Warlord as your general. Then you have a smaller fleet than the Jutes get. So that's kind of interesting. The Jutes actually start with 7 ships, I suppose. So that's actually interesting that the Danes have a focus on naval warfare, and yet they don't start with the same amount of ships. So that's an interesting choice. Let's look at diplomacy. You start off at war with 2 factions. That's horrible. The Rugians and the Varinians. So you're definitely going to have to be dealing with them. So that takes away from your chance to take over the Jutes and the Geats in the beginning. So that's actually quite bad. Everyone hates them, except for the Burgundians and the Geats, who are slightly... They're like, meh, whatever. So that's actually quite bad. So... this is actually going to be different from the other 2 factions. I am not going to attempt to take over Skansa. I am going to solely focus on taking over these lands, the Baltic lands, which is going to be interesting, and it's going to be different. If you take a look at their technology, exactly the same as the other factions. Yep, it's 100% the same as the other Norsemen factions. And finally, let's take a look at the faction tree, because I haven't been doing this, because I keep forgetting to. You start off with a sizable family. You have your king, his son Humbly, who is your heir and an admiral, and then you have another son who is a statesman. Then you have 2 other nobles and 3 candidates. So yes, you also have a daughter that you can marry off, which is nice, even though she's shrewish, which is not good. People don't want that, of course. And if you look at Hafen, you start off with a Torp, your level 1 town, you start off with a jetty, your level 1 port, and an artisan, your level 1 industry building, which is quite nice, actually, because if you go straight to research, you can actually get Nordic Axe Warband quite quickly, and Nordic Axe Warband are pretty much like the first decent unit you can actually get. So yeah. Well, guys, I've taken a look at the beginning of the campaign. Let's get right into it. Hey, guys. This is probably the quickest episode of this that it's ever going to come out. As you can see, we're 3 turns into the campaign, and yeah, it's over. So I'm just gonna be straight up. Instead of just going back and trying to redo all this bullshit and try to prove to you guys that I'm some awesome Total War player, I got destroyed, and this is definitely not an easy campaign. Everyone hates you, and everyone will declare war on you quite quickly. So if I went on for another few turns, all the rest of the Germans would probably declare war on me for no reason. And somehow I managed to lose this battle, even though my army was superior to theirs. which is crap, but whatever. Yeah. So I'm just going to get right to my verdict. I didn't even get to do anything, and I've already lost this. I guess I could try to turn it around if I really wanted to, but I don't really want to, because I'm just going to tell you in my verdict. Do I recommend this campaign to the casual Total War player? No. The Geats and the Jutes are such better options that it almost doesn't even make sense to play as the Danes. Now, to someone who is more of a veteran Total War player, this is what you'd want, because it's basically the Norsemen on hard mode, because you don't get any of the good traits, and they have a horrible starting position, and everybody hates them. So this is good for people who want a hardcore challenge, but for the casual Total War player that's just picking up Total War Attila, or just wants to play for a bit of fun, without too many challenges, definitely the Danes are not what you want, unless you get, I guess, lucky with the AI not declaring war on you all the time. But yeah, I managed to take Rugion, lost quite a few people taking it, and then the Angles just declare war on me. Come in, attack it, I lose. So that killed my king, took out my only army. So I mean, like, yeah. When you have options like the Geats and the Jutes, there's absolutely no reason to choose these guys, basically. And yeah, again, for the casual player, they're not recommended. For someone who is a veteran and wants a hardcore, or not a hardcore experience, rather, a more difficult than the other factions, because the Norsemen factions are quite easy, and the Danes, I guess, are the challenge of that culture. But yeah, guys, that's this is the quickest one. This is probably only like 5 minutes or something like that. I'm quite disappointed that I didn't get quite far, and you guys probably think this is a dumb video because I didn't get that far. But guess what? I'm just showing you what to expect. So I'm not gonna try to get to like 5 turns into this trying to fix this and then tell you like, yeah, I just spent like 5 hours trying to fix this, because that's not what this is all about. This is showing you what to expect and what troubles you may have, like I had. But yeah, guys, that's the Norsemen culture. Be sure to leave down in the comments below what culture or what campaign from another game you'd like to see showcased next. I look forward to seeing your replies and what you'd like to see. This has been Overkill as always, guys, and I'll see you next time.